Hello, my name is Marianne Chan, and today I'm going to read my poem, Some Words of the Aforesaid Heathen Peoples. I think this poem is the heart of my collection, All Heathens, which is why I wanted to read it for you today. Some Words of the Aforesaid Heathen Peoples. In Magellan's Voyage, a narrative account of the first circumnavigation, Antonio Pigafetta includes a list of Bisaya words and their translations, called Some Words of the Aforesaid Heathen Peoples, words he learned on the island of Cebu. In this list, he translates the Bisaya word for mother of pearl, but not the Bisaya word for mother. I wonder if his readers, Europeans, found this strange, the exclusion. Perhaps they thought these heathen peoples did not have a word for mother. These heathens did not have mothers at all, only mothers of pearl. They were born not from women, but from milky shells that tumbled onto shore. Or maybe these heathen peoples were never born, only written into life. If a tree falls in the forest with no European to hear it, did it really exist before the 1500s? Did it have a mother to speak of? Was her name Pigafetta? My mother's name is Patricia. My mother's mother was Guadalupe Mabano, an illiterate entrepreneur who made her living selling ripe fruit at the market. She was obsessed with food, afraid of starvation. When she arrived home after my mother had fallen asleep, she fed her without waking her, shoving spoon after spoon of rice and kamungay leaves into her mouth. I imagined she feared my mother would dream hungry. My mother chewed without tasting, took a full supper before she woke up, surprised at the grains of rice that lingered in her throat, the fullness of her belly beneath her shirt. Years later in the States, my mother, a diabetic, saw a new doctor who doubled her prescription of insulin. My father pressed the needle into her stomach before bed, and that night she dreamed she was a child screaming, "I'm so hungry, Mama, so hungry." And she awoke out of the dream into an America where her blood sugar was down to 60, where her mother had been dead for years. Most likely, Pigafetta's list of heathen words excluded the word for mother because the items he named were limited to merchandise, that is, objects or elements that could be exported. Mana, cinnamon; boloto, boats; pila, silver; tipai, mothers of pearl. Why then did he include kamat, hand; ilok, armpits; buto, genitals; dila, tongue? Pigafetta sold my mother's tongue in the form of his book all over Europe. He said the language was more valuable than cloves. My mother still speaks to me in this language, now influenced by Spanish words, and I can understand but can't speak it. These are words I forget until I hear them. My mother can't wait until I am a mother. She wishes to be a lula, a grandmother. But I don't want to get pregnant. I want to learn and relearn this language, our history, again and again. Maybe I lack courage. Maybe I fear the uncertainty of the future, so I hold the past with both arms. Or perhaps because my husband is a white American, I worry my child won't need to learn her past. I worry my daughter will enter the world with 3 navels and will never know the various bodies that came together to feed her. Word for navel in Bisaya is pusod. Pigafetta includes this in his list of heathen words. He does not include the word for forgetting. When I ask my mother questions about her childhood, her answers tumble onto shore. She becomes the debris of a broken ship. She overflows, overflowers, discovers new feelings she can't express eloquently in English, discovers herself, all of her, again in the retelling. She awakens with leaves in her throat, Bisaya in her teeth, a belly full of her mother tongue. When I think about my Lula, my mother, myself, I recognize all the things that have been and will be forgotten. So I'm writing this down, like Pigafetta, alongside his list of words, all of them ours, all of them heathen.